How do you know it's not the way it's supposed to be? That's what you called your book.
Right.
How do you know this world isn't the way it's supposed to be? And what's it supposed to be like?
You can be Christian or not, you can be religious or not, everybody understands that there are some things wrong. They all have a diagnosis that things in the world are not as they should be. There is rampant injustice, there is cruelty, there is neglect, there is all kinds of trouble in the world. And virtually everybody, anybody who's at all serious about morality and life understands that something is terribly wrong. People make different diagnoses, but the Christian and Jewish diagnosis, and to some extent the Muslim one, is that we human beings who have been created by God keep living against the will of God with bad consequences. We all have a habit where sin is concerned. So it's important, I think, simply to get our bearings in the world to understand that things are not the way they ought to be, and that we need to find a solution.
Can we know what it's supposed to be?
We can. I think we have intuitively a sense of fairness. Children seem to be born with it. We have intuitively a love of kindness as opposed to cruelty, so that if somebody loves cruelty, that becomes remarkable. That's not the way people ordinarily are. And then, of course, Christians and Jews have their book, and their book is revelation from God, so that if we need to know how life ought to go, we look in the book. And one of the big features of the book is that it has portraits of how life ought to go. These portraits are especially in the book of Isaiah. They're portraits of shalom, which is a comprehensive vision of humanity living together with God and with non-human creation, all of it in harmony, in balance, in justice, and in delight. So now a person who plants a vineyard can reap his own grapes. Now a person can go to bed without a weapon on his lap. Now a person will look toward God, lean toward God, love God. Everything is in balance, and it's delightful, and it's just. So sin is really disturbance of shalom. It's culpable disturbance of shalom. Evils disturb shalom too, but not all of them are culpable. But sin is blameable disturbance of shalom.